Welcome. My name is Roland Ludwig. I'm CEO of Advanzia Bank. Thank you, Michael, for the invitation. It's great to be here, also online. I'll present you today Advanzia Bank, a little bit also the background, how we transform, how it develop into the future. Advanzia Bank itself, it's 200 employees who serve more than 2 million customers throughout Europe. We have around 160 co-brand partners also throughout Europe. We have almost 100 partner banks where we have basically a card as a service solution also in different countries. At the end of the day, our business is credit cards. We issue different types of credit cards in different markets, but maybe what you know the best is the gebührenfrei Mastercard Gold in Germany, where basically Advanzia started 15 years ago. So this gives you just a short overview of our product range. Again, first of all, the gebührenfrei card, where we have different concepts also in different markets. Then we have very different types of co-brands. I think this is one of our success stories in the past. We have different co-brands in different fields, be it retail, be it travel, also very classical ones like Miles & More. This is one of our success to have a very adaptive way of having co-brand partners throughout Europe, also on a pan-European basis. So not only country by country, but we have also co-brand partners that we serve in different markets in Europe altogether. Then again, what I mentioned before, we have a very dedicated segment that serves banks, financial institutions with credit cards. So basically a fully fledged turnkey solution. We call it card as a service or professional card programs for banks. Basically, we manage the cards program for different types of financial institutions. And then finally, we have the Advanzia Conto, a deposit account that is also an online account throughout Europe. So basically, what is our ambition in the next years? I will go into more details. The first one is the growth throughout Europe on a profitable basis. Then secondly, our digital journey with our new online and digital platform. And then finally, what we always strive for is the best-in-class solution, whatever we do in-house. So about our growth, we have seen probably on the first slide, we have still been growing during the pandemic. We have been growing 13%. This is for us a great achievement that we could also continue the growth path during the past years. We have started in Germany, continued then in France, Austria, Spain, and in hopefully 1 month's time, you will see us also live in Italy. So we continue to grow into Europe in markets which we believe are attractive. From a branding perspective, we do it a bit different than traditional banking. We are using basically consumer brands. So we are not putting Advanzia Bank in the forefront, but really a classical consumer brand. Then depending on the market, in Germany, we have the gebührenfrei.de. We have refreshed a bit the approach there. In the past, we had gebührenfrei.com. We just switched now a few days ago to gebührenfrei.de. In Austria, we are on free.at. In France, Card Zero. Spain, Tarjeta U. And in Italy, we will start with Carta U. So you see, it's always a consumer brand that we use in the different markets. In addition to this, we also try to accelerate the growth by acquiring portfolios where it makes sense. We have done in the recent few years 2 significant portfolio acquisition. One was in France, the former GE Money Bank portfolio that we have integrated into our solutions. And then just recently, the acquisition of a Cartella portfolio that is basically the card as a service proposal that I mentioned before. Then the second key important point is our digital journey. Historically, we have been an online bank, how we called ourselves. Nowadays, online is probably not so attractive anymore. So we are transforming ourselves into a digital journey, basically meaning that our services will become all real-time. Where we have started, nevertheless, is with the backend, which is maybe the boring part of the work. So we have completely redesigned our core banking system, many different processes with many different partners. We have built up an API gateway, and now we are basically since 1 year, 1 week live in Germany with our front-end platform, a completely new journey for ourselves, and hopefully then also enabling new mobile services in the future based on that platform going forward. That's just a screenshot. What it means basically in reality is that we have built a platform that is omni-channel. It does not only serve mobile app or the web portal, but it will also integrate, for example, the call center, so that we have a customer journey that really goes not only on the digital way, but that we can also have a direct link in terms of process, in terms of operational efficiency, also, for example, for our call center, which has nowadays more than 400 call center agents working for us. And then the third, I would say, success factor is our best-in-class solutions. We have basically two topics that are the most critical ones in our business that we believe. The one is the marketing, which we have in-house, but work very closely with different partners. One of them is intelligence. So it's a great way to actually have the competence in-house, but also have the competence from our service partners to really roll such solutions out in Europe. And the second one, which was not talked so much today, but I believe is probably one and the most critical factor for the long-term success, is to have underwriting capabilities on the credit risk side that really bring the long-term profit to the company and also the long-term development. This is, I would say, one of our key aspects. We have AI tools in place. We have also a huge database from around 15 to 20% of German inhabitants who have ever applied to our credit card. So we have a very fine-tuned system of assessing the creditworthiness and also having a life cycle management tool in place then during a credit card life cycle. And then finally, our key success factors. When we go through that journey, first of all, again, we build on our core strength. We don't want to do crazy things. We don't want to do things that we don't understand, but we always believe start with what you know, where you're good at. And that's, I think, also based then on human capital. So people that we constantly develop. We need new profiles, new roles, new skills, and that's a constant development into the future, which then also leads to always the mindset to have customer in the center. I think it's sometimes a bit of a buzzword, but at the end, it's really relevant to define all new mobile services. Then we are very much driven by long-term success. We don't have the need to show or to have on a quarterly basis numbers shown that are maybe too optimistic. So we have a long-term track record in terms of growth, in terms of profitability that we will also continue in the future. And then finally, you can imagine having 200 employees for 2 million customers is probably not enough. So we work a lot with different partners together, different partners that give us the scalability, but also the innovation aspect for the long-term success of the business. So that's it.
Thank you very much, Roland.
I'm sure you have a question.
I would like to link your presentation with the Credit Plus presentation this morning. And Karim made a very brave and sincere statement saying, we are not anymore a bank, we are a solution provider. We have to collaborate with the market and with the different partners. What about Advanzia Bank?
I think that's exactly what we do as well. At the end, we are a bank because we are regulated, and we also believe it's a good basis to be regulated. On the other side, I've shown our 160 co-brand partners. I've shown that we have around 100 financial institutions, banks as a partner, so that collaboration at the forefront when it comes to the customer, but also at the back end with the different service providers. I would say we are actually, let's say, a leading example that working together with different partners brings also the success.
Good. Thank you very much. Merci.
Thank you.